So in fact, what we've just talked about when we've had unique numbers is known as a set. In computer science, if you have a collection of unique values, typically it's known as a set, so where you have no duplicates. And in fact, Python also provides sets as a data structure. They're like lists, but you use add rather than append because it just sticks it in the set. It doesn't put it on the end of the set. And they're unordered. Okay, so there's no sort method. You can't sort a set in Python. To do that, you have to copy them into a list first and sort that. So there's a W3 Schools page about them here. Take a look at that. How do we use sets? Well, suppose we want to do that same thing that we've just done before. We don't need to check if the value is already exists in the set. We just generate all the values. So remember, this example is just generating a load of random numbers between whatever the user says is maximum and minimum. And previously we had to check whether the number was in the list already to make sure that it was unique. If you're using a set, it doesn't matter. You don't need to do that because you add all the numbers to the set, and if it's already in this set, then the method does nothing. So if you like, it's doing the check for you. It's looking to see if that number's already in the set, and if it is, then it doesn't add it. Interestingly, the print list function still works for a set. You don't need to modify the code at all. So although we call it print list, actually it's just as good for printing sets. The only problem is that if we want to sort the values and get them in increasing order, then you've got to copy them to a list. So in some ways, you might just as well use a list in the first place. So here's the code. We set randoms to be a set this time. Okay, there are other ways of doing that. You may have seen curly brackets used here, but here you can specifically say it's a set. And then you loop while the number of randoms, the length of that set is less than the number of randoms, and you generate a number and you just add it to the set. And as I said, it will check for you if the number's already in the set, and if it is, it won't add it. Then we can print that list, but it's unordered. And then if you want to sort it, what you have to do is create a list. So here we've got the sorted randoms are put into a list. So this function called list creates a list using the values in the set, and then we sort it. Okay, so that calling it sorted randoms is slightly misleading because it's not sorted until we've done this line here where we say sort, and then we print that list. So let's just run that one. There's the code. There's the code that does the generating and sorting. If I run that, you'll see the first time it's unordered, so we get 6, 41, 11, 21, 24. So it's not in any order, but it is unique because it's a set. And then once we've sorted them, 6, 11, 21, 24, and so on. So, but we've had to turn it into a list to do that. Okay, that's sets, just as a little aside, and I'm going to stop the video there and then get on to the next topic.